Yeah.
Don't let it get twisted though. That lotion, that petroleum jelly bit.
You're watching Calf Kick Sports Podcast.
Good afternoon, folks. Thanks for joining us. My name is Tim Wheaton with Calf Kick Sports, joined as always by Ash, and we got a couple of special guests today. Mr. Buckley, please tell us about who is your favorite OnlyFans model. Thank you.
My OnlyFans. I think I got no favorite OnlyFans model.
What? Well, you were just off air. Off air, you were all about it. Anyway, and we got Charles InnerG.
He told you ain't hear him.
You wasn't listening.
And we got Charles InnerG Johnson. We got Charles InnerG fighting at UFC London, and then Buckley, you're going to be fighting at UFC in Paris. Boys, how y'all doing today?
Doing good, man.
Real good.
Are you guys getting acclimated to the European time already?
I am. He not.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. I'm kind of used to it because like I said, my lady, she in Norway, so I'm kind of used to it.
Ah, nice, man. Nice. Yeah. So you guys are flying out to London next week. Are you both going to London?
I was supposed to go out to London until I got the call, so now I got to get ready. Yeah. But I'll be supporting my man. We got a watch party in St. Louis. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be checking out in Ballpark Village, so I'm gonna be showing love by being with the family out there in St. Louis.
Nice, dude. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a fun one to watch. The UFC London crowd always brings it. Charles, do you feel any pressure? Like you're debuting against a hometown favorite. Like, how are you handling leading into this fight?
It's just like any other fight. Like, I've run in front of crowds and stadiums full of people. Obviously, UFC is going to be a different experience. I think our trip to Jacksonville earlier this year, definitely when Khamzat fought Gilbert was very beneficial for me. It's like my first or second UFC event. I had been one in St. Louis a few years ago when Jeremy Stevens fought, I think, Korean Zombie. Maybe that's what the fight was, the main event.
Yeah, Detroit.
Detroit. Yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah.
That was a bang. That was maybe the best fight in history.
Yeah. Every other fight was bullshit though. Mark Usman can't say he was only giving out 30% of his energy.
That was a classic.
Yeah. So this was my second UFC event. So just being at that event, seeing the crowd, feeling the energy in there, and just also a year and a half ago when I cornered him in Abu Dhabi, getting able to see the process firsthand as a fighter in cornerman, that was cool too. So I kind of know what to expect.
So yeah, it sounds like you've cornered a lot, so it's not going to be it's not going to feel like a foreign place for you, and that's really good to hear as well. Now you had asked us off air to don't do a standard interview with you, so I feel like
I've done about 5 interviews. Like everybody's trying to rush and do interviews, messaging me to do them now, and I'm like always willing to do interviews, but it's like I've been trying to keep them short, 10-15 minutes, but it's all the same questions.
Yeah,
same question.
You're begging us to ask something different.
You feeling ready for this fight?
So now,
how's camp going?
How's training camp going?
So it's like obviously some things you got to get out, right? But like I'm like, yo, if you guys can just make it more authentic to yourselves and your show, and like make it.
I bet you a motherfucker asked you who you was fighting, like you know.
Now, here's a question for you. I don't know if this is going to be something you already been asked, Charles. Yeah. So you're undefeated against undefeated fighters. Yeah. Do you have a lot of confidence going into this? And do you feel like a lot of people are just overlooking that fact because they don't know simply?
Exactly what you said. They just don't know. You know, it's casual fans. I mean, what do you expect? I'm a UFC debut. Guys don't even know I was talking to Buck yesterday. Most people don't even know the UFC roster outside of champions and probably about 10, 15 fighters on the roster. Most people don't even know fighters. So, and we're getting even more and more and more influx of foreign fighters. So it's harder. But by me being American, this is in London. So they probably just not familiar with me, you know? And I think regionally, in the U.S., people know who I am, and for the most part, people know who I am from this past year. But, you know, that's just all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like in the words of Jeff Mayweather, they don't know shit about fighting.
Yeah.
Hey, we spoke last time, and you mentioned, you know, like the flyweight division, and we all mentioned the flyweight division isn't, you know, it's there's a few guys that are good, but other than that, you know, not amazingly like rich or deep in talent right now. With the UFC, that is. How do you feel like you differ with a lot of the flyweights? For those that don't know you,
I knock people out. Whether it's first round, second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round. Not just knock people out, I finish people. Submissions or like I got 73% finish rate in 13 fights, and a couple of my fights I lost on decision.
Where you get that from? Tell me what you
got. Before Young Buck was knocking people out, I was knocking people out. So the amateur scene in St. Louis, so it's just like it's very telling to see like a track record of people and what they've done as far as their career in sports. So I know I'm very comfortable with what I can do.
And it's tough out there to stay, I think, mentally stable when you go from the highest highs, the sport, you can see the lowest lows. How do you gentlemen, question for both of you, stay mentally stable in big moments such as this and after major moments in the fight game?
Yeah, me, I got that dominant cruise syndrome where like I'm always looking at the next thing, the next biggest thing. So I'll reach something and I'm looking at the next thing. But one major thing that I did, and it stemmed from a personal relationship that I had about 2018, 19, it was just like I started looking at my life and remaining balanced at all times in everything that I was doing. Don't get too high, don't get too low, try to remain balanced. And that's what I just focused on as much every day to stay balanced. Don't get too high, don't get too low. And I already have my moral compass and my own things that I draw back to, my 3 Ps, prayer, positivity, and perseverance, and things that I wrote on the wall when I was 19, So it's like I already had those things, and it's just about staying consistent within myself with those things.
Okay, so Charles, I'm going to switch up here a little bit because I know you're probably a little bit sick to death here with all these fighting questions.
Yeah, honestly.
So you're going to London, yeah? Have you been there before, firstly?
I have not.
You've never been there. Are you looking to kind of look at some sites or some tourist attractions or anything like that?
I'm going to it's a Harry Potter big like theme there. It's like a walkthrough or something. I'm gonna do that for sure. I already messaged my teammate Michael Gilmore, his wife. She's like a big Harry Potter fan like me, and I've been living with them for the past year and a half. So I was like, look at that, we gotta go here. So we're gonna definitely do that. And just get around, check out the sites, try to find Big Ben Tower, I guess. I don't know how far that is from where we'll be, but
it's nothing to look at, mate.
It's a nice picture, right? So
yeah. It's a few nice pictures and you're gonna enjoy it.
I'll be there. I leave out this Saturday, so I'll be there for a good 14, 15 days, including the fight. So plenty of time to see a little bit of London. I'll be there 4 days after the fight, and then I'm gonna fly out to Norway for a couple weeks. So
yeah, that makes sense. But both of us are going to be in London, man. Hit us up. We're both going to be there. Like I'm there covering the UFC. Ash is going to be there. Like man, hit us up if you want to see some stuff. How long are you hanging out after the event? Because if you're cutting weight, you're going to be all cranky and stuff. How long are you there?
I'm good with that.
Oh yeah, before the event, I'm not fucking with nobody. But after the event, I got 4 days, so like we'll definitely link up. I got a couple friends from when I was in Thailand and lived there as well that messaged me and wanted to link up. So maybe we could all just meet at a bar, group up, and just have a day.
Awesome stuff. All right, let's move on to hip hop music a little bit. Who do you think is the most overrated hip hop artist in history? And then the most over-hated hip hop artist in history? Who gets way too much hate and who gets way too much love?
Drake overhyped.
Drake
overhyped.
Man, Drake sucks. 100%. I'm Canadian.
Nah, come on, man. Drake doesn't suck, man.
Hey, look, numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie.
Hey, come on.
I've been a Drake fan.
We just got done listening to Drake in the car.
Listen, I've been a fan.
Yeah, his old stuff, I bet.
Drake. I'm mixtape Drake. I've been a fan since day one. So, like, I can't say Drake is overhyped because he's always been pulling numbers.
And Kendrick.
Is.
I feel like Kendrick Lamar overhyped too.
What?
No, hold on. What? Before you say it, like, some of his songs will be cool.
The last album wasn't that good.
I be like, man, he just be doing too much. He be using big words. I don't know. Be making the shit rhyme. I'll be understand. Look, then I gotta think too much about the song. No, I don't like Drake over Drake over.
But then you got Drake. He just singing lullabies and nursery rhymes, and it sound good. And it's only
You're on a good beat. It be fun.
He became British for a while, and then he just decided the British music.
Remember the reggae?
Yeah, all that reggae, like all the British stuff, like in 2000.
I guess I would have to say, man, I'm just not a fan of the mumble rap shit. So
yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's no good.
None of that. Like some of it's cool. Like I think Migos is cool because they actually be saying words. But some of the new rappers, like they just be trendy, you know. So it just kind of like a lot of them be. I'm not. I don't know, man. It depends. I'm a fan of rap. Like I like that it's different styles. I like hearing different styles. I like hearing different creativity. But at the same time, some of that shit is just be like, y'all ain't talking about. I'm gonna say Eminem. There you go.
Oh, yeah, Eminem. Yeah.
I love Eminem's cadence. I hate that none of his shit gonna be memorable. When he's gone, he got like 2 songs that like fuck with. But like most of his shit, like I can't fuck with what you be talking about.
You talking about fucking his mama?
Yeah, like, like when it comes to cadence and just being ill, putting shit together, yeah, like he one of the best ever. But
he don't be talking
about shit. You know, what I'm saying? Like I'm a big fan of talking about, like, you know, yeah.
That's why you're a big fan of J. Cole, obviously.
J. Cole,
yeah. Cole, my guy.
Cole world.
Yeah, it's a couple new rappers that I like too. So it's definitely a lot of guys. I like Schoolboy Q. I like his whole vibe, man. I've been a fan of Schoolboy Q for a while, and dang, what's his? You reposted him too. I posted him. You reposted the rapper that you posted the day of your fight.
The day of my fight.
Damn. Go get that bag. That
actually, I didn't know he was a rapper. I didn't know he was
nice.
a rapper.
He from Cali.
Yeah, I didn't know
he nice. He got a lot of nice stuff. He one of the newer guys. I watch what's the show where they do the freestyles out in Cali?
Is it The Freshman?
He probably will be a freshman soon, but like, nah, his name I can't remember. I sent it to you guys.
He was on the site.
Send it over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to go back to Drake here because here's the thing with Drake. Here's the thing. Back when we were all in like high school and first year university, he made music that was perfect for that of like, you know, we're all going through stupid friendships and stupid relationships. 10 years on, we're all in careers, having kids, getting married, and he's still making the same music about the same stuff. About like
jealousy.
Yeah, it's the same shit, man.
It's the same stuff. Of like he did change the sound a bit, but the content is still like, yeah, this is great for someone in high school. But like, man, we all grew up. Like we grew up and he didn't. Even The Weeknd clearly grew up over time and he changed what he was talking about.
He knows his crowd. He knows his money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He know exactly where his money at and he stick with it. So but he make good. Like he got the person who make his beats and make it sound like everything.
But that's the thing. Good. But that's the thing about Drake though. He know what sound is hot right now. And he hopping whatever hot at the time. 21. Baby, you know.
I call him a culture vulture.
21 Savage, my guy too. Like I fuck with 21 Savage, Big Mill.
Culture vulture.
Fuck with him. Happy.
21 Savage, yeah. Ash,
what do you guys think of Tekashi 6ix9ine?
I ain't got no thoughts on him. I ain't gonna bring him up.
That's a guilty pleasure, and I'm running. That's the only time I can listen to it when I'm going for a run.
That's not no Valley Boy.
You better stop or you end up on TMZ for the wrong reason.
What do you guys? So let's switch up here. What do you guys watch here to veg out? Like you done a hard training session. You know, what do you guys watch to or Netflix or anything like that?
I'll show you right now what we watch.
Yeah. You guys watching fights? Nice.
Yep.
The Ultimate Fighter
every day.
Watch fights. All these different fights on.
Or you know, our strength and conditioning coach, he be having these bullshit ass movies all the time. They end up sometimes they be good, sometimes they be ass.
What do you guys watch? Like Never Back Down too? And like, what do you want?
It be some shit that you never heard of. He right here.
Vision Quest.
We watched this movie called Vision Quest. It's about a wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Now, in this movie Vision Quest, the main character, he's dropping weight from 205,
he went down 3 weight
190 to 155.
Went down
right?
3 weight class.
At the start of the season, he's coming back from being like the champion at 190 or something, and he wants to wrestle the dude who hasn't lost in like 3 years, who's 155.
Lost at all.
He ain't lost at all. He like elite, right?
Yeah.
So the whole wrestling season, he chasing after this chick, right? He is like,
hold on, it ain't just some chick.
It's a wrestling movie, but this nigga don't.
This nigga in high school. He in high school, probably 17.
He don't wrestle the whole movie.
He chasing this grown ass woman.
What?
He chasing her. The one scene when he goes see the dude he gonna wrestle at the end of the movie, he go to the dude high school. The dude going up the bleachers with a log on his shoulders. He working.
Oof.
He working, right? The main character, he having nosebleeds all season. He running all season trying to cut weight, and he not barely wrestling, and he chasing this chick. Why he beat that dude at the end of this movie?
Yeah, they have to drag it out, isn't it?
I'm like, bro, but how is this possible? So what is the moral of this story?
Yeah, I'm right here.
The moral of the story is
That's the guy. That's
Pussy's house.
Pussy's house. No, I mean, nigga Mike though.
That's the biggest facts ever.
Look, because he wasn't giving up the draws. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wasn't giving up the draws like that, but she was playing with him and stuff like that. Like, if you do this, you do that, then I might give it to you. So he's just like, hey man, I gotta beat this dude, and I might get some pussy. So shit, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, she's dangling that carrot, man.
But after what, first round, toss buddy. You hear me? All that long walking, all that running, working out.
I was like, what type of shit is this? Like, what type of, all this hard work.
My dude only practiced one time in this movie. My man only practiced one time in the movie.
So, yeah.
You think if he got laid before the fight,
when we
he would have lost?
We end up watching like movies, just random movies. A couple days ago, I was watching Drunken Fish, Jackie Chan, old movies, Drunken Master, and like I'm in that mode. Yeah, like just watching all the different stances, having fun with that. You know, it's just very random. We gotta like between us three, we just like bounce off each other. Somebody put something on, we end up watching it.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you, because a lot of different boxers have had different philosophies of sex before a fight. I think Oscar De La Hoya said like he wouldn't have sex for like 3 months because it helped him like motivate him to fight harder.
Some niggas be lying.
Someone like on the flip side,
he did something. He did.
But and then George, Oscar's probably lying. But St. Pierre was like, no, I have sex every day, fight day, before, after, whatever. What's the right philosophy, gentlemen?
When I was coming up as an amateur and early on, I was every day. I was all the time. Me and my lady, like all the way up until like weigh-in day.
Jesus.
It didn't matter.
Pull out game week 2.
No worries, right? But since the last 3 years, like I ain't really been having sex because I've been my ladies across the world. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm just
Don't let it get twisted though. That lotion, that petroleum jelly been hitting.
You just see Charles buying all every week.
Only oils, bro. I'm natural.
I know it do play a part. I ain't gonna lie because when me and my boo, when I was fighting Logan Storm, you know what I'm saying? I had sex before the fight and my legs was weak. And I wasn't able to get up and he was holding me down. And I blame her. I blame her. She made my legs weak, my knees bumpy. You know what I'm saying? And that whole fight, I couldn't use nothing. My strength, all my strength was gone. I was like this. But yeah, it does play a part, man.
So it just all depends on like what your body's used to, in my opinion. If you have sex all the time and you train all the time and you used to fighting and going out there and competing, do it. But don't. Like, if you're not doing that, don't be going out and blowing your wide 2 nights before the fight. Then the fight, your body like,
took all my power.
Yeah.
And that's what De La Hoya said. He said he would lose his legs in fights if he had sex too soon. But gentlemen, I have a follow-up question. Speaking of the petroleum jelly, we are eventually down the line, a few months from now, we will have Kendra Lust on the show. Gentlemen, what questions do you have for the infamous Kendra Lust?
I don't even know who that is.
I know who it is. I just
You're a liar.
Charles, you don't know who that is, man. You say Charles, you know who that is.
I know who it is. I never
watched her face, but I don't know.
No. I know who she is. I never watched one of her videos. No cap.
That's fair. That's fair.
Never watched one of her videos. Like this, his era. No, I'm gonna put. No, get your ass in. Get your like. Hold on. That's his like. Yeah. That's his era. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I like it. Damn. I think me and Tim have got problems, man.
It's Alexis Texas. Like, she's still around. She's still.
I don't even know who that is.
Alexis Texas, what's a big white girl with big booty?
Oh, Alexis Texas? I don't know. Her old stuff was so good. Let me check if she's still making stuff. Wait, I'm not in.
Boy, he got it already on the jump drive and everything.
Boys, she's still making stuff. I gotta go. We'll see you in a bit, boys.
But yeah, it's a couple. But I never watched Kendrick Lust videos before, so I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Fair enough. Let's move on to video games. Favorite informative video games. Let me tell you a story. We had Liddell Pogue on the show who called out for a Tekken fight against Uriah Faber. Is there someone that you guys want to call out in a video? Oh, sorry, Uriah Hall. Oh my God, for Uriah Hall. Do you guys want to call someone out in Call of Duty or another fighting game or something like that?
Oh yeah, I'll fuck anybody up in Tekken. Like, come on. I play martial law. I play martial law and King. What's up? I only go with old schools. I'm gonna fuck you up, bro.
Bring it.
Cortavius will fuck your ass up.
I fuck Cortavius up. Cortavius only beats me in Mortal Kombat.
I was about to say that boy was hard.
I don't play Mortal Kombat. I play Tekken, bro. It's different.
Lord, yeah. I'm gonna have to beat you with Lin Xiaoyu.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him. Depending on the game, I know exactly the matchups. Like you talking about the dude who lay on the ground?
No. Lin Xiaoyu's the girl. She's the girl.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's trash, bro.
Man. No.
You know the girl name.
She was my that's the girl with the panda. That was my little sister.
That's the one with the panda. She's awesome, man.
With the rings on her arm. Yeah, that was my little sister's favorite character, and Yoshimitsu. But yeah, okay, I'll play anybody in Tekken. So like, yeah, but I don't think Max Holloway even played that. But I would challenge Max because I know he a gamer. I play Madden too, so I'll beat DC ass and Madden or whatever they playing, bro, or 2K. You know what I'm saying? I always played those games. I actually ain't played Madden or 2K in like 2 years. But I'm so like confident in my skills that because I've been playing it for so many years, the games haven't changed. Like that, you're not gonna beat me, bro. Like when I was in college, I did a 2K tournament against like 20 people and I won. And the team that I won with was the Toronto Raptors. It wasn't even like a great team. It was just when they had Rudy Gay. When they had Kyle Lowry and Rudy Gay. And you know what I'm saying? Like I went. So that's just how confident I am, bro.
Don't ask me. I've always been trash at video games, nigga. Since I was 6, 7 years old, I've always been ass at video games.
you just playing real life video games, Buckley, man.
Yeah, and I play League of Legends, but don't nobody play that, so that's just my thing.
How do you guys play the UFC game, though?
No, I ain't even played it. Don't they got a new one coming out?
Yeah, apparently UFC 5 or something like that.
So I said after UFC 2 that I wasn't playing that game again until I was in it. So that's why I ain't
playing. At the UFC 2?
Hey, it's happening, man.
You didn't play the one with Anderson Silva on the cover? That's UFC 3.
Nope.
It's coming.
That early,
though.
Nigga, that's 2010, nigga. That was with Brock Lesnar was on the cover.
Let me not lie. I played the season, the one with the Brock Lesnar or whatever on the cover. I played that. I've only played. I played the one with Conor on it a couple times when people had it in the room, and I was like, yeah.
So that's the one. Yeah. That's 4. That's UFC 4.
But I ain't really like. When I say play the game, like sit down, learn, play the career mode, actually learn the game. Like I ain't played that game at all.
It's a good game. It's not bad. But moving forward, I got a question for you guys. Yeah, what is your favorite movie of all time? I said
me. I'm a hopeful romantic. So I like Love Jones. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Love Jones.
Bro.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
And my second is on the same level is Major Payne.
Major Payne. Low Down Dirty Shame. That's one of my favorites. Also another Wayne brother.
My third is Harlem Nights.
Yep. Harlem Nights is up there too.
Those are my 3.
Hold on, don't forget Life. Life is one of mine. Life is a great. Shit, man, that's too many, bro. Too many great movies.
Nah, you boys just told me, give me I've not seen any of these, so I'm probably.
These are all. So these
bro.
are all.
I've not seen any of them.
Get 'em.
These are predominantly culture.
And if I am gonna give a romantic movie, you know what I'm saying? A thin line between love and hate. I swear to God, it changed your life. It changed.
These are cultured movies. You guys aren't American.
Right? Yeah, maybe it's because of that.
But also, like, they're predominantly black movies.
All black cinema.
So
black cinema, baby.
But it's like the Wayans brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Main characters, main role movies type like that. So, Love Jones. That's Nia Long and Tay Diggs. So not Tay Diggs.
Ain't no Tay Diggs.
Lorenz Tate. I always say Tay Diggs. Lorenz Tate. So.
He got two. Them niggas don't even look alike. Oh, what a black motherfucker. Let me stop. Anyway, so yeah, great movies, man. Y'all definitely should check them out. So matter of fact, write the list. Do you remember what we said? Matter of fact, I'm gonna check this.
We got this recorded, man.
You know, I ain't trying to hear that. No. You should have had this in your head, fired up.
Love Jones.
We already said.
Life. And another one.
Life, Love Jones.
Major Pain.
Hey, look, man, we got good memory. Modern Nights.
Watch Major Pain. I swear, y'all gonna be laughing the whole movie. Bro.
I'm gonna watch that tonight, man.
Watch Major Pain, bro. It's a classic. It's a '90s movie. It's just,
bro, we just changed it, bro. If they watch any one of the movies,
I watched that movie every fight camp after I weigh in.
I feel embarrassed. I don't know any of these movies. I feel quite embarrassed, actually.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie? I've got too many, man. I can't. Like, I actually can't.
One.
If I had to pick one, just one.
Yeah.
The Departed.
Huh?
The Departed.
The Departed?
Yeah.
What else?
Departed.
You don't seen that? Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, sleeping ass movie. I just slept on it about 4 times.
Charles thinks it's trash. This is a trash movie.
That's a good ass movie to sleep on. Like, you know how you just put something on.
Okay, what movie have you fell asleep on the most in life? The movie that I fell asleep the most on, like the first 5 times I watched
it. The shittest movie, yeah?
It was the first 5 times I watched it. It's not even a shitty movie, but just because the theme of it was so dark was The Dark Knight. I fell asleep on that movie 5 times in a row. And it's such a great movie.
That's a good one. What about
the time I watched it? It was like later in the evening after training, and like I had to actually like schedule a time to watch that movie during the day because I fell asleep like every time I watched it at night because the movie is so how they film the movie is dark. The whole movie is dark.
You still fell asleep, Nick.
Yeah.
What about? I think even sleepy movie, the new Blade Runner movie. If you guys saw that, I think from a few years ago. Like, that was
original though.
The one with the 2055 one or the one before that, the very first one that they made of the remake.
The new one.
The very first one they made of the remake one, I fell asleep on that one too.
Yeah. That's a long take.
Like 17 minutes in.
Yeah.
That Jurassic Park movie was that man.
Was that any good?
They asked especially in the theater.
Bro,
I didn't see Jurassic Park.
And I love Jurassic Park. I love all the movies. I thought this was gonna be the one. I'm like, all right, bet.
It wasn't good.
20 minutes in.
Oh no way, man.
That's out, bro. But it was terrible though. I just didn't like it. I just didn't like how the plot was. What happened?
Thank you. You saved me some time. I was gonna watch it tomorrow.
Oh, you gonna watch it? All right,
I was gonna watch it. I'm not watching it now. Fuck that.
I don't want to, you can waste your little $15 like we did. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm good, man.
It never got better than the first Jurassic Park. The first one, like, I don't know how it still looks that good, but none of them have been better than that one.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
You got this little hoodie.
I'm gonna let you know so you're
digging his nose, gold digging.
What?
Yeah, man, y'all had to put the wrong dude on it, man. My bad. I wasn't even supposed to be on this today, man. Anybody give me interviews, man. Talk to me. Dead ass, bro. I don't get no. He get all interviews before he even got in the UFC. He was still getting more. I'm getting mad as hell.
Hey, Buckley, we're gonna have you on next, man. Come on.
I treat Buck like my little brother. I told him like
little big brother.
All my little brothers. Fun fact: all my little brothers are bigger than me, so it's normal. All right. All I told him is, well, you gotta start creating relationships with people You know what I'm saying? A little bit more. That's all. Like reach out to him, random people, and like he's been working on.
I'll do that.
He has, but like when you got guys like bitch ass James Krause put out a stigma about someone that nobody knows, it kind of makes things hard.
Not only nobody knows, it ain't true.
Yeah.
Motherfucker straight lying on a motherfucker talking about, man, I got kicked out of every gym. Niggas only 3 gyms out of the same move. And I got kicked out of all 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, like, what you talking about? Nigga, ain't no gyms out there. Ain't trained with nobody. It's St. Charles MMA, Finney's MMA, and who else? It's one more out there.
Wolves Den.
But ain't no really anybody else credible.
And Southside.
Southside what?
Southside off Broadway.
You talking about River City Warriors. Ain't really ain't no.
But it's not. That's what I'm saying.
It ain't really, no disrespect to them. There's 3 gyms out there.
Yeah.
He came from St. Charles MMA. Did I get kicked out of there? No. Finney's MMA. I walked out there. And then I ain't never been to Wolves Den for real. Only went up there to go spar. So yet again, out here lying on motherfuckers. And then people believe it. But then I still don't understand how people don't get my side of the story if it's so true. Because if anybody would have asked me in any interviews, I could have told them nah. And told them the truth. But man, it's whatever, man. I'm taking shit too deep. Being so personal about it, you know what I'm saying? It still rubs me wrong. But I still got people saying the same shit. Talking about, man, he got kicked out of every gym in Chicago too. Like, nigga, I ain't never trained in Chicago. Fuck is y'all talking about? This is the little comments I be seeing underneath, bro. I just be mad, bro. Because like people believe in that shit. It's like 300 people like that comment. You know what I'm saying? So it's 300 motherfuckers that believe I done got kicked out of every gym in Chicago and I ain't never trained in Chicago not one time.
Man, and we've talked about that. And like we're a part of it. But like, we've talked about this before of like James Krause. This is the problem with MMA media is that like James Krause made like a random small comment and a bunch of websites made massive articles about like his one-off comment that he didn't know anything about. Of like, man, you guys can reach out to Joaquin Buckley. He's always around. Interview, he's there.
Outside of that comment in a post-fight conference, post-fight media, he also went in depth about why he didn't like Joaquin and what type of person Joaquin was without ever meeting Joaquin, having a conversation with Joaquin, training with Joaquin, or anything. Just Joaquin reached out to him to train at Glory, and he said, "We don't want your type of vibe here. What's our type of vibe?"
What does that mean?
We don't know what that means. You get what I'm saying? You don't even know. He didn't even know Buckley when he said, "We don't want your type of whatever
culture." That's what he said.
Culture.
Your type of culture.
That's what he said. Culture here.
Huh?
Like, what is my culture? You don't even know me. You never met me. You never had a conversation. So to make, I don't want to train with you off the strength of that anyway. But for you to make a reference about my character without ever even meeting me, have a conversation, and like. It's cool. It's your gym. You got the right to say yes or no. But for you to take it there and then say what you said in a post-fight conference, media interview, and you've never like that, it was just a lot of it. It wasn't cool, to be honest. He tried to play this whole cool role and be a part of the culture role, but you're not, bro. Because when you get met with the culture, this is the culture.
So this is the funny thing. I seen him like 2-3 times. I seen him. And was it Jacksonville? No, I seen him before my fight when I fought Razak Al Hassan. You know what I'm saying? He ain't say nothing to me then, right? But I'm like, I ain't finna bother him or mess with him because I gotta worry about another dude that's about to knock my head off or try to at least. So I got my win. Didn't see him again until I seen his ass down in Austin, whatever, because he was cornering what's that boy name? What's the boy name? Julian Marquez. That's one of his fighters, whatever. Seen his ass, and I said something to him, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, what's up? Motherfuckers act like they ain't heard me walk right in the elevator. Then I seen his ass in Vegas at the T-Mobile for the Israel fight. This time we in a close proximity of each other. And look, I come up to him just like this. What up, James? You know what I mean? And when I tell you my man was so shook, but I ain't finna start nothing because then that's gonna make me look crazy. If I
him,
you know what I'm saying?
You're proving right.
But he know though, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of dude. Hey, we can have a convo right here. You know what I'm saying? And talk about whatever. But I could see that he didn't want to do that, so I just left him alone. But I straight put my hand like right there, like, "What's up, bro? How you doing?" You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker look all shook and scared and shit. I'm like, man, I ain't finna mess with you right now. I'm about to have a good time, sip on, a couple of Coronas. You know what I mean? And have a good time. You know what I mean? I ain't finna be out here all on TMZ, fuck with your ass, for the wrong reason. That's just my opinion, bro. Because my thing is, you say all this type of stuff, but then when you see the individual, you don't want to say nothing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You didn't say all this about me that kept my name in your mouth. But when you see me, you say nothing. Don't nothing come out. That's scary to me, bro. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So that's probably the coach he's talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? He don't want no tough motherfuckers in there. He don't want no niggas in his gym. That's probably what he's trying to say. That's what he's trying to say.
Would you ever fight him at catch weight?
I'll fight him, right? They don't need no catch weight.
You just fight him.
Fight that man at no weight, man. I just fight that man. I will fight that man anytime, any given word. But I ain't no bully. I ain't finna fight no man that don't want to fight. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this fight could have been happened at any given time. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they didn't want the call. He don't know whether he want to retire or not. And I told him, and I posted on his page. I said, hey, I'll be your retirement fight. I'll give you a good exit. You know what I'm saying? No reply, no comment. So I'll fight that man any given time. But, you know, neither here nor there because he don't want to fight. You know?
Yeah, I think he's decided to take on that full-on coach role.
And he over here sacrificing dudes, bro.
He wanna
out here getting people killed.
He want to still be like.
I don't care nobody say James Krause out here getting people killed.
He probably still got that competitive spirit. You could tell by how he coaches a lot of times.
Yeah, you could tell.
If you listen to how he coach, right? You can still hear the competitive spirit. Like, he coaching like he's still in that fighter mind.
He's intense, man.
And I'm trying to figure out whether, like, you know, is he planning on retiring or he still wants to fight? You never know. But a lot of things that he say, it's like it sounds like. It wouldn't be something that I want my corner saying. It wouldn't be something that the way his flavor of coaching isn't mine. You know, I don't. It doesn't.
Jab.
It don't fit my palate.
1-2.
You get what I'm saying?
Defense. Yeah. Anyways, he don't want to fight. He gonna retire. He's a coach now. He making good money coaching. But I'm just saying, sacrificing these kids. It's only one kid that I like that's on this team, but he not making the kid better. It's the African dude. Nigerian, he dark as hell. What's that kid name?
David Onam.
Ooh, David Onam. He hard, bro. I give him that, man.
As an amateur, they fought to a draw. I mean, a decision.
I believe it. Yeah. But the kid's talented, but he's just talented. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like James is building him up to be something great. And you know what I mean? Unfortunately, I feel like the kid gonna run into somebody that's gonna be a problem because James Krause is not gonna be evolving the kid. He's just only gonna let this kid do so much with his talent, and that's just the honest truth, in my opinion. Because I don't think James Krause, if you look at his record as a coach, I think got a losing record. Because every time I see him in the corner, his boys get knocked out. That's just all I'm saying.
Except for Jeff Molina, he keep getting these bullshit decisions.
Yeah, but I've seen that. It's weird.
I think he's had a couple of decisions that I was like, you know, and I think a lot of that dudes. And I was saying, I forgot who I was talking to. I was like, these judges hear him cornering, and he makes things seem more than what's happening. And he's like yelling every time something happens. And in that Apex fights, like, your fight, like Jeff Molina did not beat Zumagulov. Zumagulov won that fight. If anybody's 95% of people who watched that fight, who were tweeting and posting about that fight afterward, they was like, how did he win? You know, but when you got someone in the corner in a small Apex fight that's constantly yelling, constantly making it seem like the fighter's doing more than what they are, and like the smallest thing they do, they're like, yeah. And whereas Zumagulov corner was kind of quiet, they're foreign, they're not as like, you know, vocal. It makes it seem like this fighter is doing more than what that fighter is doing.
Because James Krause was out there making noise.
And I felt like that's why he won the fight. To be honest, in my opinion, I felt like that was. I said that's that James Krause effect. You know, in my opinion, because he's so loud and vocal.
Hey, let me ask y'all reporters, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all report a lot of stuff. Y'all got a lot of facts straight. Hopefully,
kind of, yeah.
Has James Krause ever fought in the top 15?
Off the top of my head, see, and this is
no. Give me an answer, because you know.
I don't think so. If I had to say, I'll say no.
Say it again.
Yeah, I say no.
Never. That nigga ain't never, as long as he been signed with the UFC, ain't never fought in the top 15, bro.
Hakeem, you're dangerous, man. You're gonna make us talk shit about James
Krause. We can talk facts. The only people that he fought was like Jorge Masvidal.
But he wasn't in the top 15 either.
Not at the time.
No, at the time, no.
I mean, who else is a reputable name that he fought?
Woody Alves? Did he fight him?
He did. I had to bring up his record. So Bobby Green, that was a good one.
That's another.
Bobby Green wasn't ranked.
But he wasn't ranked at the time. So I feel like it's one more notable name that he had fought, and he still lost to. He still lost.
Well, after being WEC champion, Jamie Varner.
Jamie Varner, the name, but still,
that's a big one.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Maybe Sam Stout, Warley Alvarez, Trevin Giles is an okay loss. Claudio Silva is the most recent win.
But no people was in the top 15 at all.
I wouldn't say so. No.
I love how James Krause talk about
Tim is like, no, I don't want to do this.
I love how James Krause talk about me like, he's a nobody. You fight nobodies. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like your whole career, you fought people that don't even exist no more in MMA. You get what I'm saying? So my biggest thing is like, it's crazy how a lot of these cats come to him to come train with him, and he has done nothing with his career. You know? And a lot of people are trying to give like James Krause props for getting these kids to the UFC, but these kids doing it on their own. They talented by themselves, you know? But I feel like James Krause gonna be ruining careers because he's not gonna be helping these kids evolve. He ain't no good coach.
Yeah.
Not saying because you wasn't no good fighter, you can't become a good coach. But at the same time, he ain't a good fighter nor a good coach. How you gonna train kids to become a world champion when you couldn't even get to the route your damn self? I'm sorry, I don't want to put you out there like that. But this is how I feel.
Yeah, I think that me and you are a little different on our stance with his coaching, as opposed because I think the thing that's standing in the way of his coaching is him still being a fighter minded. Once he is fully from being fighter, like in that fighter wanting to fight too, I think he'll be a much better coach. And it's very difficult because I've done it. I've coached and competed at the same time, and it's very difficult to take your mind away from being the athlete and just the coach.
You're right. So, when the last time he fight? Was it in 2020 or 2021?
Was that
2020? I think, wasn't it? Was it not 2020?
Damn near 3 years. Because damn near we're gonna be in 2023 in those times soon. How long do it take? How long do it take to make that adjustment?
That fight's not happening.
What fight? I ain't saying it was happening for me, but how long does it take that adjustment to go from coach to athlete?
Because he's still competing. He does jiu-jitsu tournaments. He's doing all those things. So
Stop.
I'm saying he's still in a competitive mindset as an athlete, not as a coach. Fully transition. You know what I'm saying? It takes time.
You know he promoted his promotion, right? That's not. So it's
that's
cap.
money. That's
cap. So we saying the same thing. So it's not from an athletic standpoint where you trying to be in competition because you still out here losing. You still getting tapped out. You promoting your promotion. I get it. I ain't mad at you. Get your money, bro. I just want these young cats to understand, like, you can't train with somebody just because they can get you through the door. It's about keeping you in the house. Can they keep you in the house, though? That's all I'm saying.
I want to switch it to a friendly caller, yeah? So I know just an hour ago, you were speaking to Chris Curtis.
Oh man!
That's pre-recorded. I don't know if I should just repost that.
Did y'all pop in there live or?
Yeah, I was like watching it. I'm like, that was a friendly call out. Like, obviously, there's no animosity. Why specifically Chris Curtis, man?
She was a good fight for me.
Yeah.
I don't know about Chris Curtis. Anyways, it's just a good fight for me. Me and Chris can put on a good fight for the fans, you know. So, you know, when Albert not called me out, but he took the fight with me when the UFC came calling, you know, I took it a little personal because we was training, because I wasn't gonna take the fight at first with Albert right here when the UFC called. Cause I was like, nah, man, me and Buddy trained. But then my manager was like, what if he took the fight? And I'm like, hold up, then that's a whole different story, because you ain't gonna have me out here like I'm looking scary and stuff. So I was like, well, if he asks for it, I'm gonna give him what he wants. Turned out that, you know, as soon as my manager called me back, he talking about, as soon as they said, wow, King, he took it immediately. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even get my name all the way out before he said it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, bet. So I felt a little, you know, a little hit by that. You know, so I was like, forget it. You know, if one of the teammates gonna want to come after me, I might as well come after all of them. You know, but it ain't nothing but business. I think it'd be a good fight between me and Chris Curtis. And plus, he fight Jack Mansa. He'll be ranked like number 7, number 8, probably. I don't know. You know, and then I got a ranked opponent in 13 and Nassourdine. It just makes sense.
Yeah,
it just makes sense.
Let's pair it up, man. Chris Curtis. Yeah, I think this is going to be a coming out party for the guy as well. Like, he's finally on the main card. This is going to be a big one. He's fighting at UFC London. You're going to be fighting just a month later in Paris.
It just makes sense. And then he the type of dude too. He's trying to get money. We can make this fight happen before the end of the year. You know, I get. You know, he do his job. I do my job. We see each other in December. You know,
let's make it happen, baby.
We go for that. You know.
Yeah.
I think that fight happens, and it fits your road, your plan. So I think that fight happens.
I think so too. I think it makes a lot of sense for the division. All right, gentlemen, Tim Wheaton, Ash, Calf Kick Sports. Gentlemen, you get the last word here. Call out who you want to call out. Thank any sponsors you have going around. Tell the people where they can find more of you. All that good stuff.
Oh yeah, man. We just want to appreciate y'all for your time, man. Thank you for the good interview. It was fun, and we'll do a lot more. And yeah, man. See y'all in about 12 days.
Yeah, big fan. All I gotta say is fuck James Krause. That's it, man.
Fuck James Krause.
And then just the walk off. Yeah, I love that. Nice.
Thank you for your time, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Podcast.